Welcome to Win the Day from Back to the Bible. I'm your coach, Pastor Nat, and today we're going to talk about generous giving. I don't pay too much attention to celebrity culture. I actually just find it annoying and pretty shallow. But recently, I saw a video about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. It had been about how they've been real vocal about wanting this new private life. They wanted a life away from the limelight, and so that way they could focus on the causes that are really on their heart. But what this video was showing was it was no more than 2 to 3 weeks later that they were walking around the streets with a film crew. They were filming some kind of reality TV show. You see, their quiet and their private philanthropic lifestyle was not reality. It was just a show that they were trying to project. They were what we would call hypocrites. They're hypocrites because it wasn't really about the causes, it's really about them. Jesus warned us about our giving as well. You see, there is righteous giving and there's hypocritical giving, much of what we were talking about. But the question is, what's the difference? Well, Jesus has the answer for us as we walk with Him in Matthew chapter 6, beginning in verse 1. Be careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others, to be seen by them. Otherwise, you have no reward with your Father in heaven. So whenever you give to the poor, don't sound a trumpet before you, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and on the streets, to be applauded by people. Truly, I tell you, they have their reward. But when you give to the poor, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your giving may be in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you. Giving and tithing are very important to God. I mean, remember what Moses said. He said, when you set him free, do not send him away empty-handed. Give generously to him from your flock, your threshing floor, and your winepress. You are to give him whatever the Lord your God has blessed you with. You see, it's not just about the giving, though. It's giving with the right motives. That's why Jesus says, don't practice your righteousness so it's seen. Don't sound a loud trumpet to make sure everyone sees you before you give. You see, you don't want to be a hypocrite. You don't want to be one person at home and another person at church. We're called to be humble. We're called to be generous. You see, our righteous actions, apart from right motives, are just filthy rags. Those actions, apart from right motives, they're not valued by God. So we're called to give generously. We're called to give privately. We're called to give to God's glory, not our own. It's like John Stott said, Christian giving is to be marked by self-sacrifice and self-forgetfulness, not by self-congratulation. That's why this is my challenge for you today. Give generously with a humble heart. There's just something wonderful about blessing other people by the grace of God. And it's even more enjoyable when God gets the glory, because it's all His anyway. So I want you to find one way to give abundantly and humbly out of the grace that God has shown you. When we give away freely what God has given generously, we will win the day.